So today we're going to look at doing a ecosystem bowl. This was the original one that I had, which I broke down just because it was getting a bit too much light in the conservatory and it was suffering from algae problems over the summer. So I've been using it for some plant storage. So as you can see, the hairgrass has been growing quite well in the system, and we've got a few anubiases in there as well as some stem plants that's not done quite so well, so we'll be replacing those with different stem plants. And this is the bowl that we're going to be using. It's exactly the same as the other one. It is an 8-litre bowl, so we should be able to keep some shrimp in there and possibly some very small temperate fish, depending on how the setup looks at the end of it. So the first thing we're going to do is to take all of the plants out of the bowl. So now we're just going to drain down the water to get to the aqua soil bags at the bottom. Okay, so the aqua soil bags that are in here can be reused. I'll just put a few root capsules in it to refresh the nutrients, because this has been set up for a while now. So I'm going to pop these straight into the new bowl. So this is the aqua soil bag in the new bowl. I haven't got quite enough aqua soil to put in the front, so what I'm going to do is bring this forward slightly and then put in a couple of flourish tabs in the bag and in the front of the tank to give it a bit more nutrients. And I'm going to reuse the substrate that was in here previously, plus some other stuff that I've got from a previous setup. And sloping it up towards the back, it just gives a little more sense of depth. And now for the hardscape. Now I have a good selection of hardscape here, and do want to use wood in this one because that's what's come at request of the person I'm doing the scape for. So I've got a few selections of wood here. We've got the spider wood here. Just a few branches, I'm not too sure what those are. We've got some black Cereostone here and some standard grey Cereostone here, and then we've got this interesting piece of wood at the back. I have no idea what type it is, but it looks like some kind of bulk wood. So we'll see what looks best in the scape. So we'll try a few placements first and see what it looks like. now we're going to get some plants in. I've got here some plants that were in the original setup. So I've got an Anubias nano petite, a Bucephalandra wavy green, an Anubias barteri nana. Did have a flower on there, but I will take that off. And another Anubias, this one Barteri augustifolia. I've got a little bit of stem plants left. Some of them are not in great condition because they were just left to grow out, so I will trim those up. And I've got some dwarf hairgrass there, and in the jar I've got some Liliopsis brasiliensis. It's just been stored in this jar for the time being. So we're just going to use some cyanoacrylate super glue, which is fish safe, to glue the wood to the rocks to make sure that it doesn't float up. So I'll just pop it on a few contact points. And now we will get planting. Okay, so now that's the planting done. We've put hair grass around the bottom, which might carpet depending on the light, and the Liliopsis in key areas, which give a bit of a focal point. We've got the Anubias over here and Bucephalandra, as well as the Anubias there, and the Anubias higher up the scape as well. So that's the finished look, and we'll now just fill it with water. that's the finished result. So this is going to be left to mature over a few weeks. I'm going to pop in some snails now, and then I'll pop some shrimps in a couple of weeks' time once all the parameters look okay, and we'll see how it looks in a little while. I've just added some floating plants. This is Salvinia, and I'm going to add some water conditioner. It's only 8 litres, so it only needs a drop or so. And so we've got a handful of snails here. Got a nice big bladder snail. And just half a dozen or so ram's horns. And here we go.